right now. Don't fret. You are not listening to a ghost. It's your boy, because I'm a Fury. And I am here. So let's get started. And here we go. I'm back. Sorry, had a little bit mic issues, but I'm here. Are you here? Silly question, but you know I gotta be a little silly myself. Anyway. For the sake of a little feedback on there. All right, this is cool. And all right, okay, all right. It's been a minute, y'all. What's good? What is good? It's your boy Fury, and there's a couple things I wanted to talk about here. So hopefully somebody realizes I'm online. That's the thing about having a small channel, not having a regular schedule. You know, you always. That's the thing about having a small channel, not having. All right. Well, at least I know it's working. Word. All right. Cool. So I'm on, and hopefully the Facebook stream is working as well. Gotta check all this stuff to make sure it's running. Okay. Let's make sure this is running. All right. Looks like I'm on. Yeah, I am on. All right. Let's ride. Let's rock, y'all. Let's rock out with our socks out. So, anybody listening, what's the first thing you want to talk about? Because I got some things to get off my chest. You know, I have not been in a gaming forefront when it comes to this channel in a long time, because I leave and sure enough, it's the same bullshit going on. And it's even worse during this whole FTC situation with Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. And I'm like, bruh, this is when you realize who is a gamer and who's really not a gamer. And it's quite a few people who would rather read articles and pick sides rather than play games, which I thought that's what the gaming industry was all about. Not being with the cool kids club, you know? So it's funny how all these accusations come up, and it's with the fanboys. It's really with the fanboys, well, the ponies. So you're telling me that nobody can buy studios, and you know what is the whole thing they say with the aspect of the studios when it comes on Microsoft? Oh, you spending all this money to buy studios and stuff, make your own original games. I'm like, aren't you aware that Sony have bought studios? Just about all the studios that make games for them, for the most part, over the years have been independent studios, and Sony has bought them and assimilated them to be under their umbrella. And when you bring that up, you often are left You're left like, oh, okay. What's going on here? Like, the hypocrisy is just real. And I'm trying to test some things right now. Let's see if it works. All right. I added the bind to a couple of these because I was trying to get something to go, but I guess it ain't gonna go.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I gotta get my shit together when it comes to doing this. But anyway, this whole thing, I just don't understand, like, the whole aspect of people just getting bent out of shape over this. I thought your exclusives were your bread and butter. This is what you play. So all of a sudden, a company wants to buy up the company who creates Call of Duty and shit and Overwatch, and next thing you know, everybody loses their mind. But I thought that's where the exclusives were at in studio. But Jim Ryan, he knows. I don't even want to get much into detail with this. I want to really talk about what I want to talk about today. And this whole aspect is, I asked a question. Somebody please answer this for me. Guys, girls, whoever. I asked this question of you. What the fuck is soft girl? Somebody please tell me what getting into a soft girl life, what does this mean? Somebody in the comment section, please tell me what getting into soft girl life means. And of course, I'm being sarcastic with this one, but I am truly, honestly asking that question. What is your interpretation of soft girl life? Have you ever heard this expression? And I hear this coming from Black American women. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm not the type to be out here just basically making stuff up like I need to argue with a lot of these broads. That's not why this is a legit terminology that has caught wildfire. Like a lot of stuff in the community. It's like a total lack of sentience. What the fuck is soft girl life? I'm gonna give you my interpretation in a moment, but somebody, anybody, the cow back there in the farm, anybody, someone, tell me what does that mean? Please. I'll wait. But I don't think I'm gonna get answers for that one. I really don't think I'm going to get an answer for that one. You know? So I'll get into what I've heard it being coined as. It's coined as the expression that throughout the generations, throughout the decades, somehow, some way, Black women had to take on masculine traits, and they don't know how to be traditional women anymore. They don't well, that don't make any fucking sense to me. Yes, there's things you had to do. You had to become self-sufficient. But like I said before in the older video, it's called adulting. Okay? It's called making the bed that you lie in comfortable. All right? And a lot of people would say, well, if the man didn't leave her with the kids, and I say to that, yes, you have a point there, but who decided to bust it open raw for somebody? Who decided to let some raw Pinot up in there as they bust it open? So y'all mutually have to take that out, both of y'all, okay? And I know it's a joke, but this time around, 2 L's don't make a W, okay? It don't. It don't work in this field, all right? Don't fucking suck losers. And losers out there, come on, man. Y'all need to be better than that. this is a two-way street. But the fact that I always hear it being interpreted as a one-way street is the problem. So you're telling me this whole aspect of soft girl life is if a man come around and sweeps you off your goddamn feet, you can stop acting like a nigga. Have a good night, people. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna leave, but that that's the aspect of it. And as I switch into I guess narration, I guess this is how it goes. It's like this, people.
Growing up, I didn't have much of a life as a woman. So I had to just, how do you say it? I had to kill a mother and beat her pants. And I had to become that part of me that was missing. Sometimes I use one finger, sometimes I use two, sometimes I use three.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Yo, so I don't get the soft girl thing. I'm not saying, see, to say that women should be soft this day and age by feminist perception will be it will be what's the word, misogynist, the word that's used very often yet incorrectly, or just as a knee-jerk mechanism for when she don't want to hear something that a guy says is misogynistic, or she don't want to hear the truth about herself. It's misogynistic. You know. And you know what? To a lot of this shit, I say this.
Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah.
One more time for the crew in the back.
Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep the feedback going on. So maybe I should switch the microphone to this right here on my head right here. Maybe I should switch that. Give me a moment. All right.
All right. So here we go. That's a bit better. That's much better, actually. It's kind of hard to talk when you're hearing your voice, so I have to take it away from my ear. So if I've seen kind of like stop, stop, go with it, it's because I'm listening to my voice in real time as I'm trying to speak. All right. So anyway. I'm just laughing about this. Let me try to get to some news today. Let's go up here and see what we got going. Right? Give me a second. There we go. If I can get this to show a little bit less so I can bring up the screen here. Let's go to interact. All right. Louis Capaldi. Oh man. You, all right, let's do potluck right here. We're gonna do potluck. Check this out right here. This is gonna be basically, we're gonna link on a video and we're gonna do it fair use. And
this is what I run into every day. All right. So, case in point, Gamester put out a video and he's been going at Marlin Gaming Nation, which quite honestly, I didn't know he was still at the bullshit he's going at with gaming. This man here is super salty over the fact that this whole Microsoft and Activision Blizzard thing and now you're grown fucking men. You know what? I'm tired. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and dance around the whole situation. You're grown. You're grown men still putting out content like this. You're still putting out content like this rather than shutting the fuck up, pulling the game out from your library and playing it. So let's listen. Let's see what he has to say. Hold on.
Look at this shit. Yo, this shit is embarrassing.
Fair use, fair use. Let's see what Gangsta has to say about Marlon. He's been going at him since his old channels. But let's see what's going on right now.
You're trying to tell me that this man's got his trophies blocked on PlayStation. That's the definition of a fraud, man. And the funny thing is about you PlayStation gamers, y'all don't seem to know how to block your achievements on Xbox. But man, 33,000 gamer score Marlon Gaming? Really? Bro, there's been a time you talked positively about Xbox, and it's unfortunate that even with Game Pass, you couldn't play any more games than this, man. All right, so let's check his profile, shall we?
Oh, yeah. And going forth, I am, just to let you guys know, with full disclosure, I'm a casual. I'm a filthy fucking casual gamer. I admit that much. But I cannot stand casual gamers posing as if they're hardcore or as if they have no common sense about how this industry moves and how it's going. Now, I'm not gaming every day, but I'm very inept to how things work. It has helped me get through my job daily as being a first responder. But let's continue on. Like I said, filthy casual, but I don't pretend that I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm just a fan of video games. I love video games. But to sit here and worship my Series S over a PS5 or vice versa or whatever, it's pointless. Video games, do you like them or do you just want to be a cool kid? Ask yourself that fucking question. Like I said in my video earlier, but let's continue on. Fair use. Fair use.
Y'all be getting free games and everything, and y'all still don't play shit, bro. Look at this, dude.
Damn.
Look
Wait a
at
minute.
this
Let's
shit,
go back.
dog.
Go back.
Bro, look at this, dude. Everything, and y'all still
Look at
don't
his
play.
score. Now this is a gamer. This is a person that put in work. Pay attention to Gamster's game score.
Y'all be getting.
That's a gamer right there. Seriously, that's a gamer. So when it comes to this shit, take my hat off to it. Let's go.
Free games and everything, and y'all still don't play shit, bro. Look at this, dude. Look at this shit, dog. I think he did beat Gears 5. He just beat it on easy. I think he beat Halo Infinite on normal, because I think I've already checked a bit of this. But look at this shit, bro. You get free copies to games, and you don't even complete half the shit you buy, nigga, or play, I'm sorry. Look at this shit, dog. How you call yourself a content creator? Maybe he just played this shit online, because I know I play this shit online. So I don't really play the. You barely play this shit online.
Jesus Christ. All right. All right. This is Marlin Gaming Nation, the man who has all this smoke for Xbox and all this misinformation, all these lies, all this fanboy and cock chugging for PlayStation, but he doesn't play games on the Xbox to really know. And he blocked the PlayStation one. So what does that tell you? Let's go on.
You barely. And you know how you can tell? Because, see, the one thing I love about this, they tell you how much time you put online. So you barely play GTA 5 then. Oh, okay. So that's one thing I love about Xbox. It actually tells you how much time you put into your games. So if it doesn't show that you completed, you can tell if they actually play the game online by having hours or kills that are documented. Some games, they take that away, but for most of them, it's still there. Look at this. He don't play shit, though. He don't play shit. I mean, I understand people can be a little picky with the games they play, but like I said, all this nigga does is experiment. You didn't even beat Gunk. You know how easy this game is, bro? Like, I'm not expecting you to 100% it, but you could at least beat the game once.
Yo. Oh. All right, let's keep going.
Like, come on, bro. You got more betas and demos on your shit, bro. Look at this.
Wait, whoa. All right, now, I'm kind of triggered right now. You got 120 only in Psychonauts? That's the one game that I've been playing the most, and I'm trying to get a 100% in that. I'm very picky with the games I play due to my limited time. Hell, I've even started playing the first Psychonauts now that it's available on Game Pass due to the fact that they bought the company. But you didn't even 120? 8 achievements. It's so many fucking achievements in that game that you could get easily. Psychonauts is not a difficult game to play. It has a very good story to it. Don't let the psychedelic and weird looking characters fool you out. There's a great story to that, and it's done and it's told in such a storybook visual style, meaning like the visuals, the going into a person's mind is done very artistically and very trippy, but it's hiding a great story with it. Anyway, that's it. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. Damn, you can't. Is Zero on Hades? That game I'm about to download and play the game, but I guess he didn't play it yet. Oh wow. All right.
And you guys call this a fucking YouTube gaming career that you niggas got going on? You can at least do the bare minimum by going out there playing and finishing your fucking games, bro. That's why I try to tell you people. They always on fucking Twitter talking all this bitch shit, right? But ain't none of them playing games, man.
I rest my case. It's basically it. I feel, honestly, if you're going to make content criticizing game companies, play fucking games. Why you think I dialed back? One of the reasons why I dialed back my gaming content on here, because I'm not playing the games. So I come back into this to get like reacquainted with it, and it's still the same people here doing the same shit.
And ain't none of them. I told you guys this shit. They out here dedicating 2, 3, 4, 5 hour podcasts, but don't have enough time to actually play video games, bro. Look at this shit.
Damn.
You trying to tell me you're not a fan of anything? Wow. And I think you
didn't even give Sunset Overdrive a chance by Insomniac Studios. Oh, I guess you were just traumatized for the fact that the company that Sony now owns put out a game on Xbox. Maybe one day it might it might be on PlayStation soon. Rejoice. Oh, anyway, let's go.
he's a bronze on PlayStation, from what I can see. He don't play. I beat the medium, bro. I know the game ain't that good. Come on, bro. We didn't even beat it. You call yourself a game?
I did not care for the medium. Like when I saw it, I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't even want to play it.
Gaming content creator, and you ain't even beating games,
Bruh, like seriously. Forza? I don't. That's another racing games. No, I don't do racing games. But you got 15 out of 1,000, bruh.
So how the fuck, if you ain't beating games, think you have a right to give an opinion in regards to fucking video gaming? It's so sad that you got people. There was one guy that had like over 248 platinums, and he's like, man, I should be having a channel. You're damn right he should have a fucking channel. But it's niggas like you running rampant in this community, taking the shine from people like him that are actually putting the time, work, and energy.
And you know what? Unfortunately, this is a common thing that you see with a lot of content creators, especially those who got a lot of criticism for Microsoft and Game Pass. You will notice that they will have Game Pass and they don't touch it for some reason, but they harp on so much, making so much content based on putting the first party games on a pedestal. But how many times do people have to tell you that the first party, the AAA game format style that Sony has is not sustainable? Somebody recently put out an article about it, but I'm not going to sit here and read because I don't do stuff just based off of articles. But that is what the former CEO of PlayStation, Sean Layden, said. Now, years later, somebody said that too, because look at a game that costs hundreds of millions to make, like Last of Us 1 and 2. Hundreds of millions. And by the time you put all that money to it, it don't sell close to the amount that it doesn't make close to the revenue that Call of Duty makes for the PlayStation. It don't. But you guys praise these things so much as if they the best things. And what did I say years ago? And I stand by it right now. A lot of the PlayStation first party games are one and dones. They're one and dones. So tell me, what do you do when there's somebody who's playing a one and done game and you're watching their live stream? If you choose to watch it and you watch them beat this game, and next thing you know, you watch them beat the game. Do you feel like really playing it yourself? After you done watch them, knowing that there's nothing else to do with that game. It ain't like a Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater or Metal Gear Solid 5 that's open world and you trying to find certain things. See, this is why sandbox games got so many legs to them, because they got legs. Why you think a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 got milked as much and as long as it has? Because it has legs to them. Even a game that has a linear mode like Resident Evil, the Resident Evil and the remakes to Resident Evil. You know why those games get so much love and they get so much recognition and people buying them? Because you got there's multiple ways to play, especially Resident Evil 4 remake. There's multiple ways to play that game. Multiple weapons you can get in that game to play that game. If you want to do more, try to be as stealthy as possible. People hate the bolt thrower. People are doing challenges. Can I beat this game with just the hand cannon? Can I beat this game? How far can I get using predominantly the bolt thrower? Things of that nature, which you don't understand. There's little tricks to Resident Evil 4 Remake. Did you know that if you went down to the dock and you shot into the water, it shot fish in the water, you wouldn't get eaten by the sea monster because he can't hear the bullets. Remember that sea monster, that instant death that you get, that they brought back to the remake? If you go down to the remake and you shoot fishes in the water before you fight El Lago with the bolt thrower, because it's an arrow and it's not a ballistic that makes a loud noise, the monster won't kill you. There's little things like that. And there's different weapons to play. And there's so much different weapons to get. Hell, even Resident Evil 2 remake. The difference with that is that people still play every now and again and see who got the fastest run or try different strategies. Hell, there's people who had channels dedicated to speed strategies. People like Carcinogen SDA, Fork Soup, and many others of that ilk that I've watched. The names just don't come, but those two I watch the most. That's why the names are fresh in my head. That have played, and they play them differently and try different things and new strategies and try to shave their time off. Those games got replay value. Unlike the PlayStation first party games. Once you really get everything, this I give it to Ragnarok maybe because there's things to do outside of the storyline. Like the first God of War for PS4 had trying to get 100% on the Valkyries and other things, like trying to defeat the Valkyries. They were very challenging. And once you beat them, you try to get all the armor, get all these different things. There was so much more to do in that game outside the storyline. So God of War, despite the gameplay being really no different, it's just is a direct continuation. I get that. I'm saying that God of War is one of the exceptions that of the first party games that there's more to do post game. Uncharted is a linear game, and its online aspect didn't really take off like it should have. Neither did Last of Us online aspect. Once you beat that story mode, there's really no different way you could, it's pretty much the AI is the AI. And there's really not that much to do outside of that with some exceptions. But nobody wants to hear that. Where a game that's not that popular because it stumbled out the gate, like something like case in point, Infinite, a Halo Infinite, case in point, its open world gives it life. See, there was a day where you can make third party games, or I mean like third party linear games, and they actually had life to them. And you had reasons to go back and try to find things. Like something as simple as finding all the Mr. Raccoons to unlock something in the Resident Evil 2 remake, or what's the other character in the Resident Evil 3 remake? Hated or loved that game. There's just not, that thing is missing in a lot of these first party PlayStation games. A lot of those things are missing. So as I went on and started talking about gaming, nobody still told me what soft girl means. And did anybody, even on the replay, can you really justify not being warm and feminine to a man? And I can justify it because a lot of your love language is disrespect. All right, so I done went off into a tirade. Let's go on. Fair use, fair use.
Energy into this fucking hobby. Y'all like, damn, Gamester, you raising your voice. Because this shit is ridiculous, bro. You can't tell me as a Marlin Gaming fan that this is acceptable to you. The man gets free codes and everything. And yet you can't even do the bare minimum of finishing a fucking video game. Like, this is sickening to me, bro. Like, why are you even making video game discussions and talking about my house?
Once again, if you're not playing a format, you can't really talk about them that much, can you? Or in a hateful way. Like, people will be like, well, Kazama, you talk about Nintendo. I'm like, yeah, I talk about the fact that they got nothing that I want to play, but I don't be like, they the worst fucking company ever. Like a lot of these PlayStation fanboys be trying to do with Microsoft.
Hobby, bro. Oh, yeah, we gonna go there. My hobby. This nigga did not beat Resident Evil 2. I think I checked this. He did not beat that game. And he was playing it on easy. Look.
Oh, and truth be told, I moved over to the PC to play Resident Evil 2 and 4 remakes. I moved over to play them here on this PC. After I built this PC, I moved over to play them on there.
Look at this. Bro, I'm sorry, man. You guys can't defend this, man. You can't.
Damn.
I don't know how he got 37,000 gamer score if he's not finished not one game. And when I mean finish, I'm talking about beat the game to completion, meaning finish the game from beginning to the end. Not 100%ing, because for some reason people assume that I expect people to 100% all their games when that's not possible. Even some of the biggest achievement hunters and trophy hunters can't do that. You feel me? But you should at least have a fine balance going on here, man. Even me, I have a few 100%. Some of them are not the greatest, but I do have quite a few though, right? You know, but most of my skills comes through online and I'm willing to challenge people to prove that. But see, I don't think you're good online. I don't think you're really good at anything. Bro, you've had, like, how long have you had this account? Because this account that I have that has 250,000 gamer score is new. So I wonder how old this account is. Because if I find, wow, this account is old. We're going into the 2008s, people.
Jesus
This
Christ.
account is old. Hold up.
I thought my account was old.
Oh, this is like
He doesn't
2007
play
now.
anything.
I remember these games when they dropped. Oh, yeah. I used to have some of these games on my account. Oh, yeah. Now we're hitting the 2006. All right, so let's see. Let's see how long he's had this fucking account. Let's see. Should be an achievement that should say unlocked in the timestamp. Knowing him, he probably 2007. You've had this account since 2007? Bro, I wish I could have the same account that I had way back. I'd probably have 400,000 or 500,000 gamer score. You know, but I still went back and revisited and still completed a lot of the games that I had on my other account. Wow. You've had this account for over 13 fucking years, and you only got 37,000 gamer score. That is absolutely pathetic. From the 360 to the Xbox One, including the Xbox Series, that is 3 console generations, bro. I can't, bro. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I told you guys, Marlon Gaming, he's a fucking fraud. So that next time this nigga ever thinks he could decide to talk shit about Xbox, you need to go out there and complete some games first, you bitch ass motherfucker.
Well, you saw it. Let's go back. Let's see. See, we playing potluck here with my subscription potluck. Meaning we're gonna go here. Oh, General Tito's on. He's talking about 3 types of men. Yeah, he say, look, pay attention to the thumbnail. You got my man. They got Pac. You got Jeremy Meeks, and you got Wilt Chamberlain, who we all know what he's famous for and how many women he done bodied. So those the type they want. You a Blue Henry and you about your business and you don't be out there with that yo shit. They don't want you. You their fallback person, so stop chasing these bitches. Oh, look at my friend Joy. I work out with her sometimes at the gym. That's her right here, Joy. And then, oh yeah, if you're not subscribed to SPK Speaks, this him, yes. SPK Speak put out a video about the whole Kiki Palmer situation. That's what I wanted to get into right now. The Kiki Palmer situation. All right. So as for you to bring you up to speed with the Kiki Palmer situation, let me zoom to a bigger window right here. The Kiki Palmer situation is like this. This is her baby daddy and boyfriend, father of her child, yes, Darius Dalton, who had a problem with her being at an Usher concert with her butt cheeks hanging out, being serenaded by Usher while he got his hand pretty close to the top of her ass. And Darius Dalton, put out a tweet saying, that outfit though, you a mom, especially to his child. And he put out a follow-up saying, like, you think, he was like, oh, so I'm a hater for caring about the mother of my child walking around her booty butt cheeks hanging out. And women, especially black women, have bullied him off of Twitter over him, and they do the typical bullshit. Oh, he's insecure, blah, 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 insecure. Fuck you. Fuck each and every one of you who say that insecure shit. You want him to basically just be there and just take this abuse because supposedly she's the breadwinner because she's an actress and all this other stuff. He has to put up with her without her makeup. Have you seen Kiki Palmer without her makeup? Now, I'm not saying she's an unattractive girl, but her skin ain't kosher. But I digress. Anyway, neither is my skin. As you can see, I got the callus right here. That's why I can talk. I can talk. Because I ain't perfect either, but shit, girl. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's get into what SPK Speak has to say.
Welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I got a good video today, and
Fair use, fair use.
I want to talk about, the issue that is pretty much going wild right now, and it has to do with Keke Palmer and her child's father or baby daddy, Darius Dalton. Now, a lot of the women online, especially women like Paris, probably has the most prominent voice, is kind of going in on Darius.
I believe he's referring to Paris Malone, Miss Weed Smoking Lips, that put all the lip gloss on to hide the fact that she smokes a lot of weed. Anyway, the one that turned on Moist Twatkins. Remember, on Moist Twatkins was he vouched for her and she turned on him. Anybody turned on Moist Twatkins? I mean Boyce Watkins. I'm sorry.
She has a lot of things to say about him that are negative simply because he came out in the public and had an issue with the way that his.
Yes, pay attention to Keke Palmer and the skin. Nah, let me stop fucking around like that. She's still a pretty girl. But look at the outfit she got on, bruh. This is Usher. This is not Darius Dalton. He's home with their child, their son. This is her at Usher's residency. Just pay attention to that.
His child's mother was dressed at a concert. So in case you guys don't know what's going on, let me briefly break it down. So Keke Palmer and Darius Dalton, they have a baby. Now, recently, Keke Palmer was at a concert or some type of event with Usher performing. And Usher came to her and serenaded her. She stood up and turned around. And when she turned around, well, you could see what she was wearing. It was underneath like a swim.
Oh yeah, and before we continue on, these are the same women defending this bullshit, the same women who got on my case and tried to defend what Ciara did at the Oscars, I believe. That was it, the Oscars or so? To wear that outfit, and then of course this one fat feminist female, black feminist, she got the short fade, looking like Antoinette from looking like the females back in the 90s that used to be the tomboys with fade like MC Light fade. Remember that shit? She had shit like that. That type of hairstyle. Still today in 2023. She was defending this like you missed the memo. I'm like, no, you missed the gem. The fuck out of here. You missed the gem. So you vicariously living through Ciara, who got a whole husband, and you are totally okay with her making him look like a fool because you want to walk around and look like a harlot. And this bitch is a mother too. They got 2 kids. Well, together they got 2 kids. Anyway, let's keep going.
Swimsuit type outfit with a thong cut out in the back so you could see both of her butt cheeks, and on top of that was some type of, I don't know if this is called lace, I'm not in fashion, but it's see-through, right? You've seen women like Ciara wear this, you've seen Meg Thee Stallion wear this type of stuff, right? And so this is the issue that you have. Darius had an issue with this because this is his child's mother and she's out, she's a mother, and she's showing her butt cheeks wherever she goes. And
yeah, see, this is the problem I have. A lot of people and a lot of men have. And I'm going to tell you this now. Calling out from everywhere. Man, I wish I had an Optimus Prime voice change on this thing. Anyway, I'm going to do it in the narrator voice.
To other men out there in the world, I need to let you know, you are not alone. You are not insecure. Any man in this world who has a woman that he covets, that loves, do not want the other men out there to see our goodies. And that does not make you insecure. It makes you a man who loves and covets his wife or his girlfriend. But she doesn't respect you. She doesn't. Because if she really finally had eyes for you or cared about only your eyes, she wouldn't be put her ass out there for everybody to see. It's that simple.
Anyway, let's get back to it.
And this is the crux of the issue. And this is why so many men save themselves, right? And they
Yeah, yo, this shit is trash. I forgot these two names. I forgot her name. She's a straight bird. Look at this. What's this? Sukihana and who else? I forgot her name. They all well, anyway, she got the slushy head like Kid Organic says a Don Mega. She got double flavor sorbet as a wig, see through. Yo, I swear, if you're defending the right to dress like this, if you're totally defending this, I'm sorry, your daughter is going to be lost if you don't teach her from this point. The fuck. Anyway, let's keep going.
They save themselves from the black community and they go to different communities where the women don't behave like this, where the women don't dress like this. Now, before I just single out black women, I do have to point out that in the United States and many Western countries, this isn't just a black woman issue. Like, let's be clear.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It definitely not. So when you hear black men talk about it, it's because they're talking about the demographic of woman they care about the most. But you will often hear black women throw, well, white women doing it too. And I don't hear y'all having smoke for them. Because a lot of these Negroes don't care about the white woman doing it. There's a difference between not caring and definitely will bend over, but they don't care. They care about the black woman's image and her affection more than any other woman. That's why you hear so many black men have smoke for a lot of this bullshit. And a lot of people could turn around and say, well, that's why black women talk about black men. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is true to a degree. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and deny that it's true. But there's so many facets to it. You often find many who make bad fucking decisions and men, and then you have people saying, well, she don't know no better. That man deceived me. He had me believe in this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like, haven't you learned from the last few niggas who ran up in you? Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Let's keep going. Fair use.
Here, we've seen women who are white idolize the Kardashians, right? We've seen even Lebanese women, Arabic women when they come to the U.S., African women when they come to the U.S. This is a Western issue. But the reason it's so bad in the black community is when you tie that into the extremely high single motherhood rates, which if I had to guess, this is the rate that Keke Palmer is about to be on. She's not married. She had a child with Darius Dalton. She was 29. I think he was 25, or he's younger than her, a couple years younger than her. And I would have to guess that in about a year or 2 years, Keke Palmer will be a single mother. That is just typically how it goes. That is the path laid before black women. It's the path that they decide to.
And let's pay attention to, see, what I tell you about that? Look at that. He see Keke for all of that. You see her walking down the street, you would not recognize Keke Palmer. I'm not saying she's not cute, but she is nowhere what you see right here to the left. And he's, with the exception of his physique, they're not special. See, I'm not special either. But the thing is, you are average female. He's an average looking female, average looking guy right here. Okay? But that's not enough for you. You still want to dress up, feel extraordinary, and go get extraordinary attention, which is great. We all need to dress up and feel it's a boost of confidence. I got this outfit on. I look like I look like a distinguished gentleman, and she, I guess women, what they call it, looking like a bad bitch or something of that nature. Anyway, I get that. We're not saying you have to walk around looking like two average Joes every day, all day. I'm saying the fact is you still can get dolled up and look smoking without having your butt cheeks hanging out. But I digress. Anyway, let's keep going on. Fair use.
to follow. They are so quick to have a man knock them up without proposing to them, and they don't terminate the pregnancy. They carry the child to term because they think their success can replace an actual father. This is why you have so many children broken in the black community who grow up with their mothers who hate the child's father of a man that they chose to have the kid with. It's just a bad situation all the way around. But I do have to point out, while women like Paris are calling Darius dusty and broke and crusty and he can't afford this and he's a bum that and he
And you hear that? It's the normal, same old talking points that you always hear used against black men when we are not going to sit there and just take the bullshit. My friend, if you listen to my friend Demetrius and how he feels about the whole situation and all this different stuff, he don't give a fuck. And he won't mind if I play this. Let's see if I left any messages here. Hold on.
That's the only last Tyler Perry movie I ever seen. It was back 20.
He was talking about that. Let me go to an earlier recording.
Let's see if I left this.
Let me see. I'm going to find them because, let's see. Hold on.
It is the black woman's love language. And you know what? A lot of us black men, unfortunately, feed into that shit. We fuel these black bitches' rage by putting up with this bullshit. See how that guy fucked up Pete Palmer's baby daddy or whatever the fuck his name is, Darius or whatever. Dude should leave that bitch alone. I hope he get caught cheating with a highly attractive non-black.
Nigga.
And oh my God, I can't wait to hear the black bitches. I can't wait to hear that shit because, see, it's like I'm constantly being proven that this is why, as men, we have to do what the fuck we want and be unapologetically about the shit. Because guess what? These bitches are being unapologetically about the shit they do. A bitch will be quick as hell to call a nigga insecure. If a bitch doing what Keke Palmer doing, if a bitch got male friends, if a bitch X, Y, and Z. That's why I tell men all the time, do what the fuck you want to do and enjoy tears. Watch how these bitches, watch how the roles.
He cold.
Watch how the roles.
He cold.
If you got
But he's spitting.
friends, I said, go out there and get you some female friends, just like that bitch you fucking with. And make sure they are highly attractive female friends. And watch how that bitch do a 360. Watch how she does 360 on a whole. Oh, you insecure. That's just my male friend. That's my smoking buddy. See, niggas don't know how to play the game. You got to play the same game as bitches, but the only difference is you got to be way more brutal.
Woo! Like I told you, that boy be spitting. And this is down in Georgia, y'all.
That's what's wrong. It's like the lead attorney said in his videos months ago. He said, men, we're too soft when it comes to women. Very few men are brutal. And I'm going to take it back to Derrick Jackson. When I didn't even know Derrick Jackson was doing some of the shit that lead attorney was talking about. That lead attorney said that Derrick Jackson, I think I sent you the video, that he said he told a woman he wanted her to keep the baby. And then when the situation arrived, she was a doctor, a Jamaican doctor. She would meet up with him in the parking lot of her job, and they would have sex. And then when things escalated, he said, you know what? Fuck it. I want the abortion. That nigga was being brutal with that bitch. Now, I know you probably thinking that that's an extreme example. Yeah, maybe it is. But the point I'm trying to hammer home is, we have to be brutal when it comes to dealing with these women. Now, for a woman to hear that shit, of course she gonna think we talking about rape and killing her and all that stupid shit. But ain't what the fuck I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, you cannot give a fuck about these hoes feelings. You can't give a fuck about what they say.
Damn.
Because as you guess what? Right or wrong, the black man, you're going to consider like you're on the wrong. That's just all too. So at the end of the day, it's gotta be, man, fuck that shit. Fuck it. This bitch wanna be mad? I'm gonna give her a reason to be mad.
But goddamn. Demetrius comes through again. But this is basically the bed you have to lie in, ladies. Because I have absolutely no problem with how he do it. Why? Because of shit like this that I'm reviewing right now. Continue on, SPK Speaks. Subscribe to his channel, please do. The brother he can tell you all type, and his travel channels too. Please do.
He's a loser, fake kangs, and all this and all that. Wow.
Well, before we continue, I want you to pay attention to, even with the blur, look at her ass cheeks, bruh. Look at that. No respect for her boyfriend. None. You don't do this to the men that you are married or in a relationship with. This doesn't happen. This shouldn't happen. We're not saying walk around dressed like nuns, but this, my nigga, no. Anyway, let's keep going. Fair use.
That may be true, Paris and other black women. I just have to point out that this dusty, crusty, bum, broke baby daddy is the man that Keke Palmer decided to not only lay down with and not only let him ejaculate on her, but carried his child to term and birthed his child in her stomach for 9 months and gave birth to this child of a dusty, crusty, fake king, fake black king male. So
Exactly. You know, it's always crusty dusties, all this shit. And guess what? Y'all still having babies by them.
for all of the dust,
I'm not saying Mr. Dalton's like that. I don't know him from a can of paint. But I'm talking about the verbiage that is used against men.
see that he might be. My question then is, what does that make Keke Palmer? This is why it's so important for you men to just understand when you decide to procreate with Western women, whether that be black women or white women or Korean women or Chinese women, whatever kind of women in a Western society, when you decide to procreate with those women, you are asking for your life to be ruined. You're asking for it. You're asking for court battles of custody. You're asking for court battles of child support. You're asking for your name to be dragged through the mud by your child's mother. You're begging for it. And so many guys, they just continue to do it because they're stupid. Like, let's be honest. If I'm going to be frank, the men are just as dumb as the baby mothers, because here's the thing. When you have so many options to explore the world, it's not like it's 1984 and the internet doesn't exist and it's thousands of dollars just to leave the country. You can literally find trips to Europe for a few $100s. You can find trips to Asia for $800.
And that is why I'm getting my passport, not to go to Asia. Well, certain parts. I'm staying out of China. Anyway, let's keep going. Fair use.
You can save up. You can work remotely, which is the most important thing. You can find a job working remotely. You can work for a multinational corporation in a foreign country. But men, they'll decide, I want to risk it. And I don't understand it because they think their girl is different. I'm sure Darius, I'm almost positive he probably thought Keke Palmer was different. Oh, she's not like all those other Hollywood industry girls.
All right. Okay. You couldn't tell about Keke, but anyway.
Oh, she has some class. She has some decency and decorum about her. And I'll be honest, I kind of thought that too. I kind of held Keke Palmer in the same way that I would hold like an Issa Rae or a Halle Bailey, right? The way that they carry themselves is much better than the way that the other women like a Glorilla and an Ice Spice and the Megan Thee Stallion, right? The way that they carry themselves is much different. They have some class, but unfortunately, Keke Palmer, maybe she had the baby and just doesn't care anymore, right? If you could see what she's wearing, even from the front, it's like, okay, whatever, I guess. Black women.
I never understood the second childhood, the second childhood phase that a lot of go through. I never understood it, but I'm a guy. It's just some things I will never understand, and I admit that. But with that being said, you're still not going to understand shit about me because it's the same way, the other way around. You don't. There's a lot of shit you don't understand about us, but you like to shame language people, men, into conforming to your ways. And guys, y'all need to wake the fuck up and let that shit stop ruling your lives. Anyway, let's continue. Fair use.
Women will say, oh, it's cute, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's like, then why in the back would you have to have both your butt cheeks out? It doesn't even matter that you're a mother. Like that, I don't care about. It's the fact that you're a woman and you'll be one of the first women to complain about men staring at you like a piece of meat, about men ogling you, about men only seeing you as a sexual object. But these are the clothes that they choose to wear.
Yeah, like, why? Why? This is why nobody took the slut walk serious.
Plenty of decent outfits that are cute, which is all women care about. Cute. That's their favorite word. Cute. There are plenty of decent outfits that are cute that women can wear that don't have to expose them. But a lot of the women, and specifically black women, they don't care about that. They don't care about being exposed. Essentially, what they want is to be able to walk out of the house butt naked, dance, grind on men, whatever, and the man.
Yeah, you see this? He's a good editor, so he always makes sure that his content is safe for YouTube. But look at this. Look. Who that? Lotto? Yeah, that's Lotto.
Just has to pretty much look in the sky. Don't look at them. Don't stare at them. Don't look at them like a piece of meat. Let them be free, have fun, live life, and you pretty much have to ignore them. But then if you ignore them, they complain that you're not looking at them. They call you gay. It's a lose-lose situation, and I hope you men understand this. This is why it's so important to have your passport. See, you don't have to, I'm just going to be honest and frank, you don't have to date a Kiki Palmer in Mexico. I'll just telling you, no Kiki Palmers are in Mexico.
I can tell you, if you go to Oaxaca and you want to go date outside the country, but you want to still go to Mexico, Oaxaca. I'm gonna tell you that now. I haven't been there yet, but boy, I've seen the women. Afro Mexicans, the ones that been around for 500 plus years, that they hide from the tourists and from the media because the Mexican media are obsessed with the ones who look like Canelo and other mestizos. They know. There's a whole bunch of people in that country that look, who got the skin complexion of Kiki Palmer and Oaxaca, or there's people who predominantly got the complexion of Tino Huerta, Namor from Wakanda Forever. Kind of sounds familiar to another South American country where their population is predominantly black, but they only like to push the white passing. Brazil, yeah. You see what goes on down in South America. But let's continue on.
Okay, you don't have to date a Kiki Palmer in Colombia. I didn't see any Kiki Palmers when I was in Colombia. You don't have to date any Kiki Palmers in Thailand. These women are very sparse in the population, as opposed to in the US, it's very difficult to find women who aren't like Kiki Palmer. That's the thing. And so a lot of the men, you gotta understand, these black women, they're going to talk about you like a dog. They're going to make sure you know that you're dusty, you're broke, you're dirty, you're a bum, but they'll still have your baby. So you have to be cautious because
Yo, he's right. He is absolutely correct. The only way you are safe from having a baby by a lot of these women out here is by constantly telling them about themselves or calling out bullshit or not putting up with the shit. They accountability, no. They they can't be held accountable for their actions. You, my brother, as a man, you have to. Rain, shine, sleet, hell, accountability, always got to take that L. Let's continue on. Fair use.
They'll call you all these names and then sleep with you and have your baby and continue calling you all these names and then have power over you when it comes to the courts. This is what you have to understand. The same women in Paris's comments talking about he's dusty and unemployed and all this and all that. These are the same women who are sleeping with these black men, giving them babies. I can guarantee you many of the women, the Tory of the Nile, the Mad Jivalis, the Olivia's Way Through, the Word File Factory, the Minerva Tony, all of these women, the Hey Tidy, the Mia, all of these women have or will have babies by black men. If they don't already have it, despite what they say on the internet, they will have these black men's babies who are dusty and crusty and musty and then complain about it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm listening to the whole thing because, believe me, you see this? This right here, this image right here is a spot-on reflection of a woman that I used to have a crush on when I was in 6th grade. This is her now. This is how many kids she got. No marriage. The first 3 kids were back to back to back, one each year by 3 different men now. And then she had a 4th younger one by another man many years later. And each one has a baby daddy. They have their dad each. She's the only constant factor in this situation. And boy, I dodged the bullet on that one. I knew, ain't it funny? I can tell you 2 women in my life that I had the first one was, of course, just schoolhood crush. The second one was somebody I thought I had a connection with, but leave them to their own devices, and many years later, they both got 4 kids. You can't make this shit up.
It is your job as a black man to not give them that baby, to not procreate with them, to not talk to them, to ignore them. If you see them in the street, you step over them. That's your job. And if you don't want to do that, well, then this is what you can expect. Now, the only thing I will say is that for him to put that publicly online, yes, it can kind of look like he's attacking her. But at the end of the day, if he's doing this publicly, then they probably aren't even really together, because if they are, then why is she out like this in the first place? Right? So they're probably separate.
He brings up a valid point. They probably not together no more, but still, the internet is forever. This is what Wiz Khalifa's son is dealing with Amber Rose. Yo, kids are brutal. Yo, your mother a fucking whore. Your mother twerking and shit. Yo, how much money can your mother? How much money would it take for your mother to come twerk in my face? Oh, I seen your mother butt naked on fucking OnlyFans. And you're like, how you got access to it? They parents, because, but they will, kids are brutal. So I can understand why Darius Dalton is concerned about this. Even if what SPK Speaks says is true and they probably not together, the fact that you have to, guess what, deal with this affecting your son or your daughter, but in this case, their son. So you see why this is important and why he feel the way he do. But and here in America, like I said a couple years ago, you can come home and find your wife is the only woman at a 8-man bukkake party happening in your apartment that you're paying rent for, and she will still get custody of the kids. Put that into your pipe and smoke that, fellas. Anyway, let's finish out the video.
Separated. I guarantee you they probably broke up a week ago or a few weeks ago. And if you're a mom in a relationship, you're probably not going to dress like this. But I don't know. This is a new age black woman. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this video. Get at you in the next one. Peace.
All right. All right, SPK Speaks. Good video. All right. Oh, Torian Rain Reloaded. See? All this evidence that looks to clear Jonathan Major's name, every time something come up, they pull information to try to further damage his reputation because they know he's innocent. Oh, and this guy here, Vivek Ramaswamy, this racist, you don't have to, I'm telling you now, you don't have to be white to be a white supremacist or anti-black. You know that. And look, Pink Book Lessons, she did a video too on it. Her video is 10 minutes long. I'm not gonna put you through that. Not because she's terrible. She's great. She makes great content. I won't be subscribed to her. It's just that we did a breakdown of SPK Speaks on the same topic. I haven't even watched I haven't even watched Secret Invasion yet. I'm gonna wait for all 6 episodes. But this one here, that I was talking about, this one situation where Adam 22 and Lena the Plug, I'm gonna tell people now, and I'm gonna finish out this video for the night. I'm gonna tell people now, stop talking about this shit. Seriously, they're porn stars. Maybe you guys are younger than me by a decade or more, but they don't play by the rules of a traditional marriage. So Lena is not disrespecting Adam 22. It was bound to happen. And let me explain to you why it was bound to happen. They have done numerous videos where he was the only dick she was sucking and fucking and letting come in her face. But he was fucking other women. She allows him to penetrate other women. Okay? She allowed him to do that. So just because they finally consummated the marriage, they finally consummated the relationship and marriage, doesn't mean things are going to just be changing. If they're going to continue to put out adult content, you really think she was going to go all these years without getting some cock? But look who she's getting cock from. Jason Love. Jason Love. If you look in the thumbnail right here, you'll see Jason Love with the tattoo face black. He's pretty much, aesthetically, he's pretty much Adam 22. They got tattoos on the head and face. That's probably what. And he actually knows Jason Love. So I don't feel bad for Adam 22. Like I said, they are in a different, they on a different wavelength when it comes to traditional marriages. Why you think so many adult film stars marry one another? You know? Why you think Jewel Denell, who's retired, was married for some time, a little bit of time, to Peter North? Because they the only ones who they understand it more, understand each other's career more than anything. They look at sex as a career. This is why people making videos about this stuff and talking about, oh, Adam is being cucked and all this stuff. He a porn star now. If he was Sneeko, that's a different story. Says Jason Love right there. But yeah, she's finally getting piped down on video by another man. And I think the fact that she chose BBC might be a problem to a few people out there who are porn-colored men. You know, when MGTOW first started, and it was in its infancy phases, there was the reason why the Black Manosphere separated into its own entity is because despite men feeling they should go their own way and become red pill, there was a lot of racism. there were a lot of white men in MGTOW were upset online doing multiple hour streams talking about blacked.com and women going to the West Indies or to Africa to get some dick and getting stretched out. And I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, wow, I'm very upset that you know, this sister went and got some pink dick. I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'm gonna be like, you know what? That if that's your preference, that's your preference. But do not shit on black men. And I will not shit on black women. You do you. I got a problem with those who date out and throw it in each other's faces as if that non-black or man or woman is a better option. And no, maybe they are a better option for. I'm saying don't throw it in each other's faces as if each other, you know, each other's shit. I would never be like, okay, well, all these sisters ain't shit. No. I can talk about a lot of the women in this immediate area ain't about shit. But I will not ever sit here and be like, okay, well, this is reflective of all black women. No, no, it's not the case. So this is basically the whole situation. I mean, with Adam 22 from No Jumper. I don't care if they got married or not. You know how many married couples still have sex with different people for a living in the porn industry? You really think that this is something to be that's noteworthy in his marriage is on the rocks? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but it's normal for them. But it's always somebody who catches feelings over the other. And it goes beyond being non-professional. I mean, like, look at the whole situation with Lana Rhodes. Lana Rhodes, why do you think she's not with that guy anymore? She's not with Logan Paul's friend anymore. Because he basically, he could not put up with it. He could not put up with her doing that because he's a normie compared to her. Now, she was in a situation with another adult film star. They probably still be together now. That probably be his baby. But it's probably Blake Griffin's. Because you know the kid Lana Rhodes had is biracial. You know, if you can't tell, I don't know what to tell you, but she has a biracial child. Because you can say what you want about her being not too bright, but Lana Rhodes got gift. She got skills, if you know what I mean. Oral. Anyway. It's just been just not. So I'm done. This impromptu, you know me, I'm not rehearsing these things. I am just done today with this one. It's almost 9:30. I'm gonna grab me something to eat, cook me something, call it a night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'm just gonna let it ride, let the beat ride, let the beat ride. And thank you for watching. Good night.
Yes, there is me, and I have to say thank you to everybody who's watching either live or on the replay. Thank you so much for watching. Okay? And like Snoop Dogg said on The Breakfast Club, he has no regrets about the music he said he put out. Fuck them hoes. It's the real.